Coming back. What is it, midweek already? I know what Wednesdays mean, and I think you do as well. I think it's time for us to be galactically challenged. Today we find ourselves heading over to the planet of Endor, facing off against a really weird Mandalorian team, let's be honest. They completely nerfed this team by throwing in Beskar armor Mando and ruining the unique benefits between our boy Gar Saxon and his wonderful little pal Imperial Super Commando, who probably isn't going to Commando, let's be honest. So what do we need to do, ladies and gentlemen? We need to complete the battle. We need to win with Jedi units, we need to win without losing units, and then we have to do all that fun stuff with our brand new marquee Scorch. And of course, if you've got the episode pass, you will be earning yourself some additional points for those juicy rewards. You can see, oh look, we're already finished over here. Let's gain some bonus rewards. Booyah, 1600 of that episode currency. I will take that with both hands. Thank you so kindly. Modifiers, and part of the tribe, and you can be too if you've not subscribed already. Give your head a wobble, son. Come on, hit that subscribe button right now. And while you're there, you can lick that like button and leave me a comment down below saying how beautiful my bald head is today. Basically, Rally the Tribe gives us all a unique ability. Use it, does different things based on what type of character you are. For example, attackers will cause a mass assist and everybody gets defense penetration up. Healers or support types basically all pass protection over time and gain 30% turn meter, which actually is pretty funky. And tanks will pass crit hit immunity to the whole team. They'll gain foresight and then they will taunt for 2 turns. So it's quite cool. It's quite cool. The modifier for us is benefits for Jedi, ladies and gentlemen. So if enemy buffs are dispelled or expire during a Jedi ally's ability, that Jedi is going to gain advantage for lost turns and gain 25% critical damage stacking until the end of battle. It's actually a decent modifier, not too special, pretty simple and straightforward. The enemy has got the code because they're Mandalorians and they live by the code. Essentially, whenever a Mandalorian ally takes any sort of damage, they're going to be gaining a stack of clan loyalty, which is going to increase their max protection and counter chance, and they're gonna, usually when they counterattack, they've got like a damage penalty that lowers the more stacks that they have. It's fine. It's fine. So what we're gonna do, we are going to do some Jedi teams. We'll figure out some Jedi teams, right? And then we're gonna do some easier Jedi teams, and we'll figure it out from there. We're just going to roll with the punches, guys. All right? I'm going to start off with a Jedi Knight Revan team. This is for those of you that do not have galactic legends such as Kenobi or JML. This one's pretty strong, though. Jedi Knight Revan, Cal Kestis, Gas, Luke, and I'm throwing in Jolee. Jolee is our safety net, ladies and gentlemen. We need to win without losing any units. Jolee, he can revive, and that's quite fun. Let's do it. Okay, so here we are. Looks like we are on the forest planet of Endor. They're going to do lots of nastiness. Looks like they've triggered us now. Okay, so post-trigger, what am I going to do? We could do the mark over here, but I might just instead try and decrease that damage output with a little bit of AoE stunnage. Now, Maul did have 3 stacks of his Seething Rage, so that does mean we are unable to interrupt his attacks, essentially. We cannot stun him. If he's got more than 3 stacks, or 3 or more stacks of that Seething Rage, we can't stun him, which is frustrating, but we will survive. I'm going to pass this over to Jolee, because I need Jolee to attack so he can recover a little bit of health. He's looking a little bit peaky there. Let's see now. I'm just going to basic here, recover a bit more health, and then we're going to mark on Maul. Maul is the only real threat in this team. I do recommend using the special ability with Gas, because he's still going to do an extra attack over here after that mass assist, and it just feels right in my giblets. So I'm going to go ahead and call in Gas again, and then I'm going to call in Gas again, just to try and get rid of Maul. Maul hanging on by the skin of his hairy chin. That's not ideal. We did want to defeat Maul right then and there, but it's okay. We're going to go back. We're going to see if we can get some nice armor shred situations going on this Maul. He's still surviving, though. He is hanging on, and they're doing all of the assists. Oh, my lord, we have lost units. How dare we lose units? Let's, well, we could go back over here to Jolee. Jolee. Let's get that revive going, Jolee. Pretty pleased with the cherry on top. Thank you kindly, good sir. Armor shreds and AoEs for days. Once again, marking down Maul, and Maul is gone. With Maul gone, life feels good again. I'm going to use the mass assist with Jedi Knight Luke, and Bam's going to come in and ruin all of our fun by putting him under damage immunity. All right, guys, calm down, calm down. Let's see. I'm going to pass it back over to Jedi Knight Revan. I feel like Jedi Knight Revan wants to have a turn. Once we've got 30 stacks of that impetuous on Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, he can, of course, do an insta-kill. And I'll probably end up using it on Bam, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. As long as Jolie doesn't die at any point, we're going to be absolutely fine. Let's call in Jedi Knight Revan over here. How dare you survive? Just survive. I'm going to call in Luke to get rid of Gar Saxon, get rid of that damage immunity immediately. Let's go ahead and call in Gas over here, see if we can take out Candy Lips Ordo. Now, the problem with Canderous is he does gain a stupid amount of turn meter, so I don't like that particularly, and now he's dead. Alright, so I'm just going to pass the turn back over to Jedi Knight Cal over here. Jedi Knight Cal's going to do a basic on ISC, and then he's coming in for the BAM, and go BAM! Go on, son. And then we're going to hit auto. Now, that was messy. That was dirty. It was cheap. It was nasty. But we did win with a full team of Jedi and no deaths, so that kind of works, right? I feel like that works. Yeah. All right, so it's probably a heck of a lot easier if you do have Jedi Galactic Legends. Obviously, using someone like JML, we could take in a very, very similar setup over here. Let's just take in all of the strong Jedi, like the super team with JML is going to crush face, I imagine. The faces will be liberally crushed. I'm going to actually, get the days on Maul and just, mess around with him just a little bit. I'm sure it's going to do loads of good stuff. And then we're going to pass it back over here to my boy Jedi Knight Luke. And Jedi Knight Luke is that... Will you stop taking turns? Jedi Knight Luke is going to throw the pain down with that AoE stun. And then we're just going to have some fun. Fun in this context is going to be, we are going to pass lots of turns around and use lots of inherited teachings to take advantage of Jedi Master Luke's max health, right? And we're going to do some good damage over here. We're just going to keep doing all this business, try to get rid of Maul immediately. With Maul gone, there is officially no threats on this team anymore. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Now, Bam is doing his silly stuff over there and trying to prevent us from killing Canderous again, but I think we will survive. We will prevail. Just go ahead and one at a time, systematically, start removing all of the enemy team. We're going to pass this back round now over to Jedi Knight Revan. I'm hoping that we've got a turn meter swap right back over here. Wonderful. And then insta-kills go through damage immunity, guys. You don't have to worry about it. Isn't that neat? Isn't that sweet? It is neat. It is sweet. All right. Cool. We even hit ult on JML. That's not bad. Canderous thinks he's going to solo the rest of these Jedi. I don't think he stands much of a chance. No siree. Alright, so we've nailed it with the Jedi. If you don't have JML and you don't have Jedi Knight Revan, then, maybe you can JMK it. Just don't take in Commander Ahsoka Tano, because she is, as she likes to frequently remind people, no Jedi. Alright, okay, so let's think of other silly stuff that we can do to win with no victories. I'm trying to make this seem and feel as easy as possible, so I'm going to take in a Traya leadership over here. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Maybe we do something weird like Traya Bane. Do you think that would work? Should we find out together as a team, as a unit, as a tribe? I feel like Traya's leadership should really mess with Maul, because they're basically going to murderize themselves, and Bane is... well, he's Bane, so I'm hoping he can do stuff as well. Now, they have got lots and lots of John DiMaggio over there on their BAM, but I'm hoping I can get one big AoE business go off with my boy over here and just like, womp womp. Oh, I was really hoping for a little bit more than that, Maul. Mr. Morley Pants over here. Morley Pants? Bane, I meant. Let's see. If we isolate him or if we just defeat him, I mean, what do we go with here? I think we just defeat Maul. Okay, we don't defeat Maul at all. Maul just sort of sits there and pretends like we didn't do anything at all. They're going to take infinite turns again. And I'm going to hope that we can just survive. I like how little turn meter Beskar Armamando's got. He's been in this stance for several years at this point. And he has yet to take his second turn. So let's do the grand sucky suck of 2025 and then isolate Bam and tank all the hits. Turns out Traya lead with Bam is actually a hell of a good time. That will give you no deaths. You could probably go in with a pretty normal Traya team as well, guys. Maybe go like Traya, Malak, Darth Revan, Basti, and then someone else. Wat Tambor for all I care. I'm sure that will work for you. Now, this is your public service announcement, ladies and gentlemen. You do need to win with Scorch in your squad. Now, my Scorch is only 6 stars because we didn't get him all the way to the top, but we will by the end of the week. So I'm going to go in at tier 8. Do this based on whatever star rating your Scorch is, okay? So I'm going to take him in with the lads. The full Darth Revan Lord Vader squad thingy with the clones and the stuff. The whole gang is back together, ready to execute Order 66. Unfortunately, they see no Jedi here. So they're apparently just killing compatriots. And that's okay. My poor Scorch at the back there, he's like, leave me alone. I've only got Gear 11 6 stars. I'm not that threatening. Why do you want to hurt me so bad? It'd be good if we could go after Maul. You know, the guy who's got Order 66, so we could actually defeat him, like, really easily. But it's okay, because using these marquee characters, ladies and gentlemen, and if you've been here before, you know the deal, right? You don't have to survive. You just got to take them in. So take them in with anything. Literally anything. That's going to win the battle, of course. Don't take them in with, like, Jawas or something. Jawas actually might not be too bad if you've got Relic Jawas. I think all the thermals would probably be pretty good. I think the thermals would actually do a pretty good job of wrecking up this Maul Mando's team. They're doing so many AoEs, so many attacks out of turn, so many assists, and all of the bonus turn meter that Canderous is getting, he would probably thermal up his crease. I kind of want to try it after we win with this. I'm surprised it's taking us this long to actually defeat this team. Like, can we... Lord Vader, you're supposed to be a galactic legend. Do something. Although I'm quite happy that they'll just focus entirely on Apo this whole time. And calm down there, Gar Saxon. And leave everybody else to, you know, just chill. They must be hard-coded to go after the weakest unit with Maul. Because he's just got an absolute bone to pick with... did we just miss as well? With my boy Apo over there. I would also like some turns now, please. Thank you. Lord Vader, do that thing where you're a galactic legend and you actually kill things. Okay, we did something. Something happened. Yep, nearly defeating a Relic 1 Gar Saxon. Nearly there. Yeah, keep working on that Apo, guys. One of these days, you'll get him. One of these days, you'll get him. Don't tell them that you have to kill Lord Vader first. They don't seem that intent on trying to beat Lord Vader. Oh, there goes Maul. Well... we finally got some victories. Damage immunity thwarting us once again. Oh, we got some true damage thanks to Order 66. And once again, damage immunity is the greatest equalizer. Take a turn, Gar Saxon. You guys seem to wanted to take thousands of turns earlier. Why don't you take a turn now, buddy? Just take it. Gar Saxon. Easy as pie, guys. I wasn't stressed. Were you stressed? I wasn't stressed. I want to see what Jawas do. So look, like, this is stupid, all right? If you've managed to stick around this long in the video, let me know in the chat. I'm going to go in on the hardest difficulty just because, you know, that's how I roll. And I'm going to take in Jawas, just a full squadron of Utini bros. They're only Relic 3 because they're frickin' Jawas. I want to see. I'm just kind of curious. That's a lot of thermals. Not enough to kill Maul, though. Not enough to kill Maul. I did see the 23 thermals on Canderous. If I had, you know... let's get rid of Scavenger. Let's put in Malak. If they crit, and Malak taunts at some point... Yes! They critted my Malak. Yeah, sure. Do the Great Gluck Gluck 9000. Do this. The AoEs... the AoEs are causing us issues. They've only got 5, 15. It's not enough thermals. Not enough thermals. I think that the idea was there. If I had higher relics on my Jawas, maybe they could get some stuff done. They did manage to claim a lone Canderous, though. And that's nothing to be sneezing at, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Malak, you've had your time in the sun. Absolutely back out of all of that nonsense. The main thing that we learned here today, guys, is just because Jawas are a god-awful tier unit doesn't mean you should stop trying. As they say, Ahsoka loves a trier. So, if you could try real hard to hit that like button, I'll see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.